Okay.
I know, it really was.
I heard the crash a block and a half up. So I came down here. Looks like nobody's hurt. This white car can't tell what it is. Oh, car in the front lost a bumper. Okay, this white Corvette apparently rear-ended the black one over here. Let's see what kind of car that is. Anyway, the Corvette's front end's all pushed in.
Let me see. Put me in.
I'm trying to live stream it to YouTube, please. You're not the show. This is the show.
I am the show, baby. You can never tell me I'm not the show. You're not the show.
Joey Rivers, hello. Chris Petit, Michigan, hello. Okay, we are at 13th and Washington in Miami Beach. And this is a rear-end collision at a stoplight. And the white Corvette rear-ended this other black car, which I haven't determined what type of car it is yet. Anyway, the black car lost its bumper, as you can see. And the Corvette has its front end completely pushed in.
Oh my God. That's hard.
My insurance only come at 30. His insurance finna cry. Oh, he's finna cry. I'm gonna walk away from it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna leave there in the middle of the
Police are taking an awful long time to come. Because I know they got called instantly. And it took me over 5 minutes to walk down here and get the monopod set up and the live stream booted. And I was in the middle of sparking up a good bowl when I heard this crash. Only got to hit it once. So I got to do this without a buzz. QLD, welcome. Let me give you a wrench. Yo. Wasn't that the name of a TV show? Maybe 30 years ago? Starred one of the guys from MASH after MASH went off the air. Well, this is just an auto accident, QLD. It's not a cop watch. I was sitting a block and a half away and heard the crash. Police aren't here yet. This is 13th and Washington Avenue. And we have a white Corvette rear-ended. Never did find out what kind of car that black one is. It's a Hyundai. Okay, so we've got a black Hyundai hatchback over here. I guess it's an Elantra. Fire rescue. I guess somebody is hurt. It's a 25-mile-an-hour zone, and one guy got rear-ended at a red light. I can't see how anybody would have been hurt for an impact like this. There's not that much damage to the cars. I mean, if that impact was at more than 20 miles an hour, that Corvette would have its engine in its front seat. You know, those fiberglass bodies just collapse. Now I've got a cam back. Driver of the Hyundai giving me the cam back, shining the light in my eye.
What's this, a new restaurant right here?
Yeah, I'm
You
live
recording the
streaming
whole
on
thing?
YouTube.
I'm not
No, he got
recording it,
YouTube.
I'm live
Yeah, he
streaming
live
it.
streaming on YouTube.
That's what I said. Did he record the whole thing?
Yeah, he recorded.
No, you
I didn't get the accident
No,
itself.
they'll
I
never
was a
get the
block and a
accident,
half
yeah.
away and I heard the crash and I came walking over.
Everybody holding their shoulders with ice.
Hey Sprinks, what's up?
Want to check.
Yep, I am. Where are we going? What happened?
Sprinks, have you got a wrench?
What happened?
Okay.
Hi Noli, let me give you a wrench. Hold on.
No, first time Miami, where I go?
Okay, there's your wrench, Noli. Now for you guys just arriving, this is a rear-end collision at 13th Street and Washington Avenue in South Beach. We have a black Hyundai, and the driver of the black Hyundai is the guy with the white t-shirt with his back to you in the center of the screen, big guy. And it lost its back bumper when it got rear-ended by the white Corvette. And there's not that much damage to the front end of the white Corvette, and those fiberglass bodies collapse like crazy, so you know that it wasn't very high-speed collision. However, somebody in the Hyundai is claiming injury, and we have fire rescue on scene. The police have yet to arrive. I see some cherries and berries all the way down in the distance there, south on Washington. You can probably see them there in the center of the screen. A little bit above center, east to west of center. Anyway, the guy in the white t-shirt over there with the fireman is claiming injury. He was a passenger in the front seat of the Hyundai. And those berries that we saw are not moving, so that's something else. Yep, I'm streaming it to YouTube. Hello, American Amy. Hold on, I gotta give you a wrench. Alright, ambulance transporting him. He didn't seem to be in a lot of pain, I don't know. Well, what we have here is a rear-end collision at a red light. The white Corvette rear-ended the black Hyundai. As you can see, the Hyundai lost its back bumper. The Corvette's front end is not patched in that badly, so it couldn't have been too high speed. And
Citizens up?
It could not have been too high speed. It could not have been too high speed a collision, and I'm surprised that anybody was injured. The Hyundai is apparently leaking some fluid here, which has now begun to run down the pavement. If I can find it on the camera, because I can tell, there it is. Okay, you can see that fluid that's almost to the crosswalk. That's been running down from under the center of the Hyundai. I would guess it's transmission fluid from where it's coming from, because it's right underneath the transmission. If it were oil, it would probably be coming from further forward underneath the engine. Power steering fluid would come from even further forward. And water would come from even further forward than that radius.
Voy a hacer un buen.
the Hyundai's probably going to be able to drive away without a bumper. Corvette, I don't know if it's gonna. Looks like that wheel well is kind of. Hold on, I gotta mute this. I got car just pulled up in front of me with copyrighted music blasting. This guy's not trying to make a right turn. It's the G4S who parked it there to block me. Alright, now that I got away from him, now we're going to have to wait for the motorcycle to pass. Hey, no stealing shoes in this stream. You're not going to make each other like Solo Yacker out there ordering new flip-flops all the time. Police finally arriving. This is unit 13040, 13040 at K9. Sorry about that, I gotta kill my cigarette. Not gonna litter it. Sprinks, I can't do that. I'd have to stand in the middle of the intersection. I did before when I first got here. So if you want to see it, go watch the replay at the very beginning. Once this ends and the replay posts. I see I'm not the only one filming it. Are you live or are you just filming it?
Just filming it. In case something goes down, I got proof.
I'm live streaming to YouTube right now.
Yeah.
And I have 3 people watching. I had just ended a much longer live stream. I had like 45 people in it. Warning, you're about to get your view blocked. Here comes backup police unit. I'm live streaming it. And a third police unit. And a fourth. I don't know why the initial one needed even a second. Unless somebody's going down for DUI. Okay, let's get some numbers here. This is 16021. Wait a minute. Got too many cars going in between. 15021. Okay, so we have a sedan 15021 and the SUV 16021. That's something I've never seen. Two numbers that close on the same call. Night, Amy. I'm going to have to wait for the light to change till this car moves in order to get the number of the one with the berries flashing over there. It's hard to see it with the lights flashing.
What happened, my friend, that there is a lot of police? There is something of
It's an auto accident.
something of drugs.
It's an auto accident.
Yes, I think there is something of drugs.
I don't know.
They knows the warriors. Come on, let's go to play.
I'd be willing to bet one of the drivers is drunk and they're going to arrest him for drunk driving.
You know it? You know it, my friends? I will show you. Look this figure.
I still can't see the number on that car. I'll get it later. Once she moves or gets the... So now I move around to the side to try and get a view of what the cops are doing, and 15021 moves her car and pulls it right in the way. Now what this is served to do is block all three lanes. The bike lane, the parking lane, and the traffic lane. So that no traffic northbound on Washington can get by at all until one of the two units here moves. And for the safety of the investigation, it's going to have to be the woman officer who just pulled in front of me to block me. Now the supervisor's here. The sergeant. That's him.
It's okay.
Now, Sprinks, your guess is as good as mine on that one. I'm thinking that one of the drivers is going to be busted for a DUI. Because they've all been very civil. Nobody's tried to search a car. You know,
What they doing, man?
all the drivers are remaining calm and civil.
Huh?
So we can't. I can't think of any other reason for all the cops, unless either one of the cars is on a list, stolen, or was a getaway vehicle from some other kind, or one of the drivers is drunk. But anyway, the woman here got out of her car. So now traffic's, anybody, if you're in South Beach, you're headed north on Washington Avenue off of the MacArthur Causeway, use Collins, because traffic is completely stopped by the police unnecessarily, for no reason other than to block me from filming on 13th and Washington. Okay, 16021 just pulled out, and Sergeant now is backing up, so they're going to let traffic get through in the parking lane rather than the bicycle lane like it was before the woman put her 15021 here, because that car's right in front of me, so they think that's going to block my view of everything, except I've got a long monopod. I can get over the top of the cop car.
You got it on camera? The accident?
No.
No? Alright.
I heard the crash from a block and a half up, and I came walking over. Well, anyway, all but two of the cops have left now. The Hyundai drove up into the next block and parked legally, and the Corvette people are still hanging out. I guess they're waiting for a tow truck now. Okay, now it should have stopped buffering, huh? I was on Wi-Fi. I forgot to turn the Wi-Fi off when I walked over here. So phone picked up a weak Wi-Fi signal. That's why it was buffering. Anyway, I just realized that when Sprinks typed in that it was buffering, it just I noticed that the Wi-Fi was connected. So I disconnected it and went back to data, and that should have stopped the buffering. Because I need a strong Wi-Fi signal. Get a weak Wi-Fi signal, you can't get enough data transfer speed to handle a live stream. See, if there was no Wi-Fi, that'd be a different story, because then it wouldn't be connected to anything and it would be using the data. But when I got a weak Wi-Fi connection, it stays connected to the Wi-Fi rather than to disconnect and use the data. I think I need about 50 megs a second in order to live stream. Fastest Wi-Fi connection I've got around here is 72. Nobody's got 5G Wi-Fi yet. So, you know, if I've got a weak Wi-Fi signal, like 2 bars, then that'll give me like 36 megs a second. And I need at least 50 in order not to buffer. And I got 5G data. Hello, John. How are you? Alright, we're in the last stages of the cleanup after an auto accident here. Well, I haven't had a problem. I have my service with Visible, and they go over TracFone Verizon network, because TracFone has, you know, operates on the Verizon and the T-Mobile platform. So they go over to the TracFone Verizon platform, and it's the best data service I ever had. I'm only in my 3rd month here with them, but I had T-Mobile and Simple Mobile and Metro PCS, and you know, all of them had mad throttling problems. So people, other auditors at Livestream have been telling me that Verizon is the only one that doesn't have all throttling problems. And their streams rarely buffer except when they get in dead spots. Well, I don't know, Sprinks. You're saying T-Mobile is good, but yeah, everybody I know who had T-Mobile, as soon as they got their channel going and started live streaming, all of a sudden they switched over to Verizon. You remember the commercials? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? You know, it's like, you know, Verizon has more complete coverage, so they could throttle you the same, but when you have less dead spots or spots with a weak signal, it affects you less. Okay, so he served the ticket on the Corvette driver. I don't know if the vet's drivable. I think they're gonna wait for the.
Reporting live from South Beach.
I think they're gonna wait for the tow truck. Anyway, the Hyundai is still up there in the next block. They were able to drive it up there. I don't know if they're going to drive it home or if they're just going to park it and call a tow, or I don't know what they're going to do with it. But I'm 90% sure that Dept's going to need a tow. Okay, somebody wanted a view of the front of the Dept, so as soon as the light changes, I'll cross the street and get you one now, because the cop cars are out of the way.
Get paid for that?
Depends on how many views it
Start
gets.
making money, bro.
If it gets enough views, they put ads on it and I get paid.
Send it to the fucking news. Some money.
This is not serious enough that the news would want it.
Yeah, I know.
You know, they want stuff that's fatal or where a car catches fire, or, you know, stuff like that. Okay. Now the light changed. You want to see the front of the Dept? Here's the front of the Dept. Completely undamaged except for the right wheel well over there. Now you can see the other side of the Dept, which is completely clean. See the Dept driver reading his ticket over there. Now see, the problem with this is I'm right in front of the bar and there's loud music coming out of the bar, and it's copyrighted, so I don't want to get a strike, so I've got to cross the street again. And actually I'm jaywalking now. I'm crossing against the pedestrian signal. But there's no moving traffic within 150 feet of the intersection, so it's not against the law. Of course, with these beach cops, you know, most of them don't know the law, so they probably write me a ticket for it. The black car lost its bumper. You got springs. You got no damage to the black car other than that the back bumper fell off. What are you saying?
So they haven't got the most damage. They hit the black car.
Yeah, he rear-ended the black Hyundai. He lost his bumper. It's the only damage to the Hyundai is that the bumper fell off.
So he can speed.
No, he just didn't hit his brakes while the Hyundai was stopped at the light. But the Dept more or less went underneath the back of the Hyundai. Yeah. So the only damage is what you see to the fender over here. This is there's nothing. If you look at if you cross the street, you go look at the front end as you cross the street. There's nothing. It's clean. Yeah. So it looks like he was inattentive, you know, and he saw them at the last second and cut his wheel to the left, and you know, that's why the damage is on the right side. He hit the left rear corner of the other guy's bumper. Yeah. Oh, I got to give you guys a funny routine I heard with this walk signal. A British guy walks up to it and he hears, "Wait. 14 stones, what's it to you?" Oh. Wait. I don't understand Brit speak. Okay, I'm 38 kilos. Well, no, it didn't work because the thing went to walk side is on to cross. It changed. I got to get it to say wait 5 times in a row in order to get this. Okay, anyway, 3rd time it says wait. He says, oh, you don't know kilos or stones? Okay, I'll say it the way you guys do. I'm 198 pounds. It says, wait. Not only are you nosy fuck, you're hard of hearing too. Well, I thought it was funny when I saw it. Oh, look at this with the cops right here. Here comes a guy who's probably drunk because he got no headlights on. And he wouldn't be doing that looking right at the cops if he wasn't drunk. There goes the sergeant walking over toward him. Oh, the sergeant's going over to Hyundai people. This guy's gonna cruise right on by, no lights on, and none of the cops are gonna say any fucking thing to him. Unbelievable. Hello, real sovereign citizens. Well, my guess is we're just waiting for a tow truck now. See what the cops doing over there with the Hyundai people. He was just asking him some more questions. Now he's coming back this way. This one might wind up getting handled fair. Oh, you see, he just tossed the bumper. See the bumper sitting on the center island now? Just behind the vet. Cop picked the bumper out of the street and tossed it. Well, none of the cops that answered this call were skinheads. So I think it might get handled fairly. Actually, that's Ragged Monkey's thing about the skinhead cops. I haven't noticed that their hairstyle has anything to do with how tyrannical they are. This guy with the Sergeant Carter haircut from Gomer Pyle. Okay, this is a passenger from the Hyundai now. the guy who was giving me the cam back. Now he's taking pictures of the cop car, the sergeant's car. You're smart, dude. Always film the police. It's for your own protection. For your own protection, always film the police.
I'm just trying to get his name right now. He made us foul. Airbag suspended. He gives us a citation because he says we were in the bike lane, which we weren't. That doesn't even make any sense. Because we were in the bike lane.
You weren't anywhere near the bike lane. You were in the traffic lane. But the next lane over is the parking lane. The bike lane is the lane closest to the curb. Right, he's in the bike lane.
We can't like easily come from this over here one-way lane to over here to turn. That's what he's trying to make it seem like. It's right there. Why would we do something? Why would we come over here to go over there?
I have no idea. Apparently they both got tickets. Well, you didn't take a picture of the two cars before you moved yours?
No.
Ah, that's the first thing you need to do if you get out of, unless somebody's hurt, the first thing you need to do is to call the ambulance, then you take the pictures, okay?
We are emotionally
But you need to,
we're emotionally hurt.
always need to take a picture before the cars move.
We're emotionally hurt, sir. And what's your card information? Because I know you take all of this.
I didn't see the accident. I was sitting a block and a half up and I heard the crash and I came walking over.
So, yeah, what's your information? So I can
But I have the video of the cars before they were moved.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can I see it?
I'll give. Well, I'm live streaming. I don't have anything
I know you're
recorded,
live streaming.
so I'll give you my YouTube channel.
I actually think I follow you.
I'll give you my
Where do you
YouTube
live?
channel
Where
and
do you live?
on the street right here.
Because I know that there's somebody who live streams a lot of shit that happens on these streets. He's mostly on, where's he mostly at? He's mostly on, I want to say 21st Street, I think. 21st, 22nd, 23rd, one of those. Because I follow him. Now you're recording me. I don't know who it is.
Yeah, well, your voice is going out to the viewers, so I figured they might as well see who's talking to them. You've been on the film before as well because I took pictures of you while you were standing next to the car, you know.
I know. It's okay. Where am I supposed to go? YouTube?
Okay, yeah.
But yeah.
Go to YouTube and search for Miami Beach audits, like an income tax audit.
Do you ever get anything out of this? Like, when you turn these videos in, do they like say you were right or we got this person or whatever? Does that ever work?
No, I mean, I put them up on YouTube and not just live streams. I do, static film stuff that I upload to, and I get.
They're probably gonna pay them all.
If I get enough.
They're gonna pay them all. I can tell. They're gonna pay them all.
Well, if I get enough viewers, I get ads on the video,
I can tell
and
these
then
guys
they
gonna
give
pay.
me a few cents for the advertising. You know?
Oh, that's it. Yeah, for sure. I know that happens. They're gonna pay them all. That's what they're gonna do. Hopefully, with the video.
Well, I'm
maybe if I have
keeping.
any links to it to you, they'll see what happened. But this is crazy.
I'm keeping, the film on these guys so that
They're saying that.
if they shake hands with the
I
cop,
think that this is
we're gonna
what
get
we're-
it. You know?
I think that's what they're saying that we did. They're saying that we came from the lane and came over here.
Right.
And then tried to make a turn.
That's what the cop. That's what the cop was accusing of. That's what he ticketed you for.
Oh, we were in one line, bro. This is crazy. Well, I'll follow.
Well,
you
the point
too.
is, if you had done what he's accusing you of, either the Corvette would have been
We
back
were
before
there.
the
We were back
crosswalk.
there. You
Oh,
said
hold
that.
on, hold on.
We were.
The Corvette would have been back before the crosswalk.
It was.
Okay. Or you would have got T-boned rather than getting
We
hit
got
in the
T-boned.
corner.
Our whole side passenger airbags are deployed. Our whole side bags are.
But the point of
In the back,
no,
in the
the
front.
point of impact was on the left rear of your car.
No.
It was
It's
not on the side door.
It's on the side.
You got
bro.
damage to the side?
Yes,
I didn't see that.
That is a T-bone, bro.
I didn't
love
see
T-bone.
that. Hold on, let me go get it. Let me go. No, the only damage I saw was your rear bumper.
We don't have any damage to the rear bumper. You don't see this, bro?
I thought your
That
rear
little
bumper
piece
fell
right there?
off.
I don't even know if that was ours. I don't think it is. Look at this. It's clear. It's all over here.
Oh.
We got T-bone, bro.
Well,
I was in the passenger seat.
I don't understand how, if you were in the same lane,
We were
that impact could have
turning.
happened.
This is what I'm saying. We were
I-
making a turn. He hit us because he was going so fast.
14002, but it doesn't matter because it never stopped.
This is my understanding. I don't have to. I was in the passenger, front passenger. We were turning. I dropped my window. Car comes. He's maybe trying to make a turn. That's why his passenger wheel, rammed into our
Oh, okay, so
side.
I see. Were you stopped for the light at the time?
No, we were turning. We were in motion. We were never
You were
stopped.
turning left.
To my knowledge. To my knowledge.
So what? He tried to turn inside you?
I think we were trying to turn at the same time. And he didn't.
Or he
realize
came from behind you and tried to turn inside you?
I wasn't the driver, so I really don't know. But
Okay.
from what I'm seeing, it looks like we were turning at the same time. This motherfucker was coming fast. He hit us on the side as we were turning.
Because
Not-
I don't see how you could have got T-boned like that if you're both turning left.
If I'm coming,
And if you're turning left and he's going straight, the only way you could get T-boned is if you were in a lane to his right.
I can see how it happens. If a car is here, right, turning this way, and a car is here, turning this way, this car is further out turning that way. This car is less.
Well,
turning
that's what
that
I
way.
just said. He tried to turn inside of you.
Well, that I don't know the terminology, okay, but that's probably what it is. I don't drive. I don't have a driver.
Well, if you have two objects,
if one is
if,
coming
listen,
out,
listen to
one
me.
came out
If you have two
further,
objects going on a curve,
yeah.
okay, together, one
I
of them
think we
is
should go to the
on the
police.
inside of the curve and one's on the outside, right?
The police.
Wow. Okay. I had assumed that it was a simple rear end collision, but evidently that was not the case. I never got around the other side of the Hyundai to see the damage to the driver's door like that. I don't exactly believe the Hyundai driver. I think they were driving in the parking lane and tried to make a left turn around the... I'm not even sure the Dept was turning. Whichever direction the Dept was going in.
What's that?
I'm talking to the...
Oh, talking to the live stream?
Yeah. So whatever direction the Dept was going in, it was, you know, he stayed in his lane where he was supposed to be. Because the extreme left lane is the only lane of traffic travel here. You see the safety zone painted over there to the right, and then bicycle lane, and then area between the bicycle lane and the curb is, in case there's a restaurant there, they set up their outdoor tables there. The tow truck is here for the vet. Actually, I don't believe the guy in the Hyundai. They did something improper in order to get hit that way. Judging from where the cars were before the Hyundai moved. Because if the point of impact was on the side door, which is consistent with damage to the front of the bed, or actually to the side of the bed, because there is no damage to the front. Then the Hyundai was moving left on the vet at the time of impact. And if you see how far forward the vet is, the point of impact would have been in the center of the crosswalk. So if the damage is like it is, this guy was trying to change lanes in the middle of the intersection. And he was going in, driving in the parking lane before he entered the intersection. So I think the Hyundai deserved the ticket. All right, see you, Larry. I haven't been able to watch the chat for the last couple of minutes. Okay, Noli, good night. And let's see. As if she's still here. Good night, Noli. Orange Piazza, you just arrived. You missed everything. Okay, we had a collision at 13th and Washington. And I've probably been streaming about an hour now. I don't see a timer on it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, an hour and 2 minutes. So we had an accident here, and you have a black Hyundai down there whose left side is all scraped up, and he lost a bumper guard from the car. And you have this vet. The only damage you see is the right rear, right front fender there. And that fiberglass collapses like nothing, so it couldn't have been a very high-speed collision. Anyway, the Hyundai got a ticket. I believe the vet got a ticket as well. But it looks like the Hyundai was at fault. It looks like he was traveling where his Porsche is. That's the parking lane. The only reason the Porsche was allowed to travel there is because the traffic lane, there's only one lane of traffic here, that traffic lane was blocked off. Spring snow, I haven't watched Long Island audits in about 3 or 4 days. I don't know what he's uploaded since then. Rag Monkey, I think, is home sleeping. Either that or he's out looking for cops in Kendall. But he left the beach as soon as the stream ended. Because I was trying to get him to join me for my, I did a cop watch stream right after he ended his. 5 minutes after he ended his, I spotted him. And I tried to call him first to tell him to get over there. But he was already on the causeway off the beach. Spitfire playing copyrighted music, so I'm glad it got out of here quick so I don't get a strike. Okay, now this guy in a horizontally striped shirt, I believe, is an insurance adjuster. He just arrived and he's got a clipboard and he's talking to the guys in the vet. Oh no, he's the tow truck driver. He's not an insurance adjuster. He's the tow truck driver. I didn't realize the tow truck driver had gotten out of his truck. So he's having the vet owner fill out some paperwork to authorize the tow. And the cop comes back. So these two girls were walking by, and the vet guys picked them up while they were while they were waiting for the tow. Oh, I thought they were going to get in the car with him. I just recognize those guys, the two guys in black who walked away with the girls from the vet. They're bartenders at Ted's Hideaway down on 2nd Street. And this guy in a white shirt, I think, is their bouncer. And the bar closed and they were on their way home. Truck's about ready to hook it up.
Only on South Beach.
What's only on South Beach?
Where you wreck your car.
Corvettes get wrecked and towed everywhere. Oh, Sprinks, you got to see the one I was working on when I heard this crash and came over to stream this. I filmed it this morning and I would have had it up by 8 or 9 o'clock, except for, you know, Ragamonkey went live and first Liberty Freak went live and that delayed my production because he got me on his panel. And then Ragamonkey went live and you know, so I stayed on his live stream even though I didn't go join him for the audit. And then I got the cop watch right after Ragamonkey's live ended. And then I sat down after the cop watch. Oh, I'm finally going to get to edit this video and get it up now that it's 1 o'clock, after 1 o'clock in the morning. And before I finished editing it, this happened. So I think it's going to be light out before I get that video up. But it was shot at 6:30 this morning and it should have been up there by 7, 8 o'clock last evening, you know, this evening. But I don't care if content gets delayed because of instant content, I'm still putting out content. And that's that much less static content I have to put out. So, yeah, I'm gonna film the live streams and the cop watches every chance I get. Cop's leaving now. One guy took off. Tow truck's leaving with the vet. I think this live stream's over. Anyway, you're live on YouTube.
What's your channel?
Miami Beach Audit. Okay, anyway, this is all over. So, yeah, Sprinks, you gotta see that thing. They trespassed me from the, see, there's a post office right across the street. I was sitting on the front steps, which are contiguous to the public sidewalk. And the no trespassing sign is up on the door of the post office. at the top of the stairs. It applies to what's inside the door. It says Miami Beach police are authorized personnel to remove any person from this premises under 810 Florida statutes, which is the trespass law. And it applies according to 810 itself. That sign, because it's posted on the door, applies only to what's inside the door. And anyway, Lamoka, if you watch my past videos, you remember Lamoka. He's the one who trespassed me first from the doorway of the office building over there, 3 doors down. He trespassed me after that black cop who wouldn't identify searched me and stopped the film for no reason other than that I was sitting on the sidewalk. And then he trespassed me from that side of the sidewalk, from the opposite side there in 1200 block. I was sitting in front of BurgerFi. And well, Lamoka came by and starts trying to tell me it's private property and that he's doing proactive policing and that the no trespassing sign authorizes him to remove me from the property. And then he starts showing me where the property line is. And I basically told him I don't care where the property line is because the federal government owns the property that abuts the sidewalk. So until there's a physical barrier, it's public. He starts telling me the post office leases it from a private landowner. That's irrelevant. Once the post office leased it, it's government property until they give back the lease. Anyway, he told me leave the property or be arrested. He tried to ID me, I wouldn't ID. Well, watch the video, it'll be up. I'm gonna end this thing. And I thank you all for watching, and remember to hit that like button on the way out if you didn't on the way in. And I'll see you all on the next one. Good night.